Hello, everyone. This is Avon Alexander with the Paralegal Institute of Washington, D.C. This video is going to address questions that we receive fairly frequently about the ABA approved program versus the accredited program versus the paralegal certificate, etc. So let's dive right in. First things first, let's look at what the AVA approved paralegal program is. As far as I can tell, the ABA approved paralegal program applies predominantly to colleges and universities, not to private paralegal programs such as ours. So what I see here is 267 colleges and universities across the country that have paralegal certificate programs that have been approved by the American Bar Association. Now, listen, as far as I'm concerned, the ABA is the predominant legal association in the country. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going to an ABA approved program. But there are some downsides. For example, if you want to enroll in a college or university, perhaps you have to go through their enrollment process. Perhaps when you want to take their paralegal program, maybe sometimes they require you to take other non-paralegal related courses. Sometimes they require you to wait until the spring, fall, or summer session starts. And so you enter more into like a college or university kind of environment. And that can turn some people off, especially when they just want to jump right in, just get going with their education, and they don't want to get involved so much in kind of like the whole college and university world. Let's take a look at how the ABA approved program actually affect your job prospects, because most people who get a paralegal certificate, they're looking to work in the paralegal field or they're looking to move up in the legal field. So let's take a look. Here's ZipRecruiter for the District of Columbia. We're going to search all paralegal jobs that postings within the last 30 days. And I think this is within 25 miles of DC. As we can see here, there are about, well, it says 103 plus paralegal positions that have been posted over the past 30 days. Okay, so this should show us pretty much everything that mentions paralegal. So let's just take it on face value that all of these are for paralegal jobs. Now let's take a look at paralegal that also mentions ABA. As we can see here, 5 out of 103, so about 5%, are mentioning ABA approved program, ABA approved paralegal certification program, etc. So if you want to meet the criteria for employment, out of the 103, only 5 require you to produce an ABA approved paralegal legal certification. So just keep that in mind. So you have 97 of the 103. 97 of those you can apply for without that ABA approved certification or certificate, really. So, if you want to go get your ABA approved certificate, great. That's going to qualify you for 5 out of 103. And of course, you can always apply to the others, but the point is only those 5 are reserved for people with the ABA certificate. Now, if we just type in paralegal certificate, as you can see, 49 out of 103 require a paralegal certificate. So that's about 50%, not quite, but almost 50%. So as you can see, it's far more important to have a paralegal certificate than it is to have an ABA approved paralegal certificate. And I think that's really important when you look at all of the different factors that come into play. As I mentioned, going and enrolling in a college or university, maybe taking out student loans, perhaps having to wait until their spring session or summer semester or fall semester starts. There's just so many different kinds of factors that can come into play. Whereas at a private institute like ours, you come in, we have a new session enrolling every month. We have a lot more flexibility. And as I'll show in another video, I think we actually do a lot better job of reaching out to the community and finding the kind of jobs that are not listed here on ZipRecruiter and other major job search engines such as Indeed. And that's really important because the competition is fierce. And I'm going to get to that in another video. But just to summarize, ABA approved programs, there's nothing wrong with it. Of course, those programs have a lot of value and a lot of merit. But when you look at what the employers are asking for, out of 103, only 5 employers saw fit to put in their job description ABA, where 49 out of 103 put paralegal certificate. So I think that if you just take that for what it's worth, it'll give you a good idea as to what the employers are looking for. And of course, people are enrolling in paralegal certificate programs in order to increase their employment. Employment opportunity. So I hope that explanation has helped, and take a look for the next video where I'm going to go over just how fierce the competition is in the paralegal industry.